Hello everybody, today I would like to do an experiment with you to find out which objects sink in water. That means that they go down to the bottom of the water. And which objects float in water. That means things that will stay floating on top of the water and not go down to the bottom. So, importantly for this experiment, I'm going to need 2 towels. I'm going to put one big towel over my workspace so that I don't get the table wet. And I'm going to use a second towel for drying my objects after I've put them in the water. I also have a collection of 8 objects here. For example, I have a potato, a cork, a plastic straw, and a coin as well. I'm going to use this container to put my water in, and I'm going to fill it with water, but not too much, just about up to halfway. There. That's about enough, and I was careful not to spill any. So let's start with the first object and see if it sinks in the water, goes down to the bottom, or if it floats on the top of the water. Let's start with the coin. I have 1 zloty here. What do you think? Will it sink to the bottom or will it float? Let's see. Oh, did you see that? It's gone all the way down to the bottom. That means the coin sinks in water. Watch. Down it goes to the bottom. So I know that the coin sinks. I'm going to dry it carefully and put it in the sink column. Let's try now the plastic straw. What do you think? Will it float on the top of the water or go down to the bottom? What do you think? Let's try. It's floating. It stays on the top of the water. So I'll put that in the float column. My straw floats. Now let's try, maybe, what's this? The potato? What do you think? Do you think the potato will float on the top or sink to the bottom? Let's see. Oh, yeah, so it's quite big, but it has gone right to the bottom, hasn't it? It's quite a heavy potato. I'm going to put it in the sink column. Now, how about the cork? What do you think? Do you think it will float or sink? Yes, it's floating. It stays on the top of the water, swimming around. Good, so I can dry it and put it in the float column. Now let's try maybe the eraser made from rubber. Not sure, could be a bit heavy. Do you think it will float or sink? Let's have a look. Oh, right to the bottom, all the way down. Do you see it? It's definitely sunk. I'll dry that and that goes in my sink column. Now, how about this wooden lolly stick? What do you think? Do you think it's going to float or sink? Let's try. It's quite hard to see, but float. It's here on the top, floating around. Do you see it? There it is. Plop. And it floats. That's good, so I'm going to dry it and put it in the floating column. Now I have 2 more. Let's try this one. This is a dice made from plastic. Let's see if it floats or sinks. Well, I thought it might sink, but look at that. It's not touching the bottom, it's actually floating around on the top of the water. There we are. Something I didn't expect. The dice floated. And let's try one more. I have this golden plastic bead from school. What do you think? Do you think it will sink or float? Wow, it has gone all the way to the bottom and it hasn't floated. So it sank. I'm going to put it in the sink column. Now I'm going to carefully get rid of my water. Maybe I need an adult to help me. And then I will make sure that I wipe up all of the surfaces afterwards. Now I've cleaned up my water and I've dried up. Here are the results of my sink and float experiment. The objects which sank were the potato, the coin, the eraser, and the plastic bead. These objects were all quite heavy, and this coin is made of metal, which makes it heavier. And the objects that floated were the plastic dice, the wooden lolly stick, the cork, and the plastic. So I think I can say that probably the plastic and the cork and things made from wood, they seem to float better than things made from metal. I hope you enjoyed doing this experiment with me. If you want to try it at home, make sure you ask an adult to help you first. See you next time. Bye bye.